Good evening and welcome to the Wednesday, May 28th special council meeting. We're beginning right at 6 o'clock, 6:01. And at this time, I'd like to confirm the agenda. Are there any emergent items from any of the councilors? Yeah, and Jonathan, I just wanted to add that one CAO dialogue with council in the closed meeting. So would that be 5.2? Okay. So any other items that councilors would like to add to the agenda? Okay, then I'm looking for a motion.
I'm ready.
Thank you, Councillor Wiley.
I move that council adopt the agenda as amended for May 28th, 2025 special council meeting.
We just need to add item 5.2.
Yeah, sorry, as amended with item 5.2 CAO dialogue.
Thank you very much. You've all heard the motion. Is there discussion on that motion? Seeing and hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? And that motion is carried unanimously. Jonathan, I don't believe you're here. We have no public comments. Okay, well, that's good. We move now to item 4.1, item 4 business, 4.1 new firefighter positions, and we are happy to have Chief David Sturgeon here with us from the fire department. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you for having me tonight. Tonight I'm presenting on a recommendation to permanently hire 4 full-time firefighters as part of our strategic and financially supported plan to enhance our emergency response capacity. This proposal is directly tied to the Wildland Urban Interface WUI program, which will fund the salaries and benefits of these positions for the first 2 years. Through this grant, the town has secured approximately $1.09 million in funding, allowing us to expand the service with no immediate tax impact. In addition, revenue from deployments is directed into the fire reserve. For example, in 2024, the program contributed $96,000 to that reserve. Organizationally, this is a proactive step towards a sustainable 24/7 fire service model. Currently, we operate from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. with full-time and using a composite model after those hours. Adding these positions will allow us to move towards a fully staffed around-the-clock, improving response times, firefighter safety, and coverage for both local and regional calls through our mutual aid agreements. Operationally, we'll establish 3-person crews to start. It would be 365 days a year with a goal of expanding to 4-person crews as per NFPA standard over time. This significantly reduces our reliance on overtime and paid on-call staffing while improving consistency and reducing fatigue. This proposal also responds to the rapid population growth. The town is expecting possibly 5,000 new homes in the coming years. Emergency services must scale to meet that demand. This plan lets us do it responsibly with grant funding now and sustainable budgeting later. If the WUI program is discontinued after the 2 years, the town would absorb the ongoing staffing costs, which we would plan for in the 2027 budget. Or 2028 budget. This key opportunity to invest in public safety reduces long-term financial pressure and ensures the fire service can meet both present and future needs. Thank you for the opportunity and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Chief. Councillor Wegener.
I just have one, so congratulations on this. This is great. So the 4 new firefighters are coming on and going to bolster everything up. The one question, and I know you guys have deployed in the last few years, you've deployed people all over the place. So this Wildland Urban Interface program, are all your firefighters going to be trained to that level, or will it be just a select few and those will be the ones that could be deployed?
Sure, great question. So coincidentally enough, we just got deployed tonight, so our crew's heading out in about an hour up to Redwater. But to answer your question, right now, just with the paid on calls and their commitments on home and work life, we've done as a team model. So anybody wanting to be part of that team is allowed to be part of that team, but we haven't made it mandatory for everybody. So right now, out of our 35 members, we have 25 that are trained to that standard. And then I have another 3 that are currently going to be going into that training. But that being said, you know, we would love to have everybody trained to that standard. It's just ensuring that they could do that with the other things going on in their lives right now. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay.
Councillor Wiley?
My question is, in a situation like we have right now where 4 are going to be deployed up north, will we be able to continue to offer 24-hour fire service during the weeks that the firefighters are gone?
Sure, great question. So considering if council is willing to maintain that, so right now we have a 7 FTE budget, so full-time equivalent budget for our paid-on-call firefighters. Through that budget, we are able to backfill those positions when they're gone. Additionally, when we are deployed, we still make revenue on the trucks. So if we had to call in overtime and things like that, we could potentially do that. We try to staff it through paid on call first to not burn out the other full-timers. But to date, we haven't had issues staffing. And then also what we do is we notify our mutual aid partners like Wheatland County and Chestermere when we are deployed. And that just gives them a heads up that if we do get something significant, that they're likely going to be called into our area to help. And so they alter their staffing level to help us with that in case, and vice versa. So it kind of goes back and forth. Hopefully that.
Yeah, so just to clarify, understood, without even increasing the 2025 budget in future years, you could continue to offer the 24-hour service with the ways you just outlined?
Yes, that's correct. We're confident with our current budgeting, as long as that doesn't change, that we could meet that demand. Yeah.
That's excellent. I'm ready with a motion, and it looks like there's more questions.
Sure, I'll come back to you. Councillor
I
Peterson?
was just ready with a motion, Your Worship.
Councillor Wiley?
Everyone's rushing for this motion. It's such a good one. That council approve a 2025 operating budget amendment to increase the salary and wages expenditures and supplies in the amount of $1,090,000 over 2 years for hiring 4 permanent firefighters for the town of Strathmore, funded through the Wildfire Urban Interface WUI program. And if I could speak to it.
Absolutely.
This is a win-win-win. It's a win for the fire hall. It would mean that we are sustainably offering 24-hour service. It's a win for the town. It's a $1 million grant coming to us. And it's a win for the province. We will have trained firefighters that are able to, on call, reply or respond to the needs. And so I am really hoping this passes tonight.
Thank you, and I was glad to join you and your firefighters on Friday with Minister Ellis when we announced this, so I am fully in support of this as well. You have a very solid firefighting team, and you're obviously the head of that. And we'll, like as Councillor Wiley stated, we'll be able to support other communities. Other communities may have to support us in this area if we ever have a brush fire. So I'm really happy with this, happy with I expressed. The other thing I wanted to point out, I mentioned it on my mayor's page, was that I'm really appreciative of our MLA, Chantel DeYoung. She really advocated for the town of Strathmore to be given one of these teams and the funding for the teams. In fact, Minister Ellis told me she was a regular thing in his ear to consider Strathmore and to keep us on the radar. So I'm very appreciative of her as well, and I've expressed my thanks to her on my mayor's page as well. So I'm really happy about this. Thank you. Councillor Deputy Mayor Mitzner.
And your fire hall showed very well on the news. Thank you.
So we have a motion on the floor, and if there's no further comments, I'll call the question. All in favor? And that motion is carried. Thank you and congratulations to your team. And that brings us to item 5, closed meetings. So we're looking for a motion to go in camera. Deputy Mayor Mitzner.
I would like to move that council go into camera to discuss items related to Section 24(1)A of the Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act at 6:12 p.m.
Thank you. All in favor? And we are going in camera.